Good morning, Internet. Welcome to the Dream Journal. So my question for you is, have you ever had a dream that starts and then goes on and it stops, and after that the dream repeats? Either you have the exact same dream or it starts off the same and you know what the ending is already going to be, so you can like change it. Anyways, I have dreams that repeat, and I have dreams that I will tell somebody my dream in my dream. I know it sounds pretty crazy. Anyways, so I'll probably talk about that more some other time, but I had this dream. I wrote it down. I had it a couple nights ago, and I was looking through my dream journal, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I haven't done a video on this yet, because this dream was badass. Dude, I'm crazy in my dream. So, I'll try to make it fast. Alright, so the first dream I had starts off with I'm walking down this street, and I'm in like a big city, and there's this beautiful library, and this guy like shoots 4 people, and apparently I was like the only witness or something, and he comes out and he sees me, and I'm running for my life, and he's like chasing after me, and he's trying to kill me the whole time, and there was this trolley bus thing, and I like jumped on it and I got away from him, and I arrived at this airport. But you know, in dreams stuff is like not how it is in real life. So this airport, the boarding system, I guess, was like you go up the little stairs, like the little chute thingy that connects to the airplane. I'm saying airplane because it was not an airplane. It was like a box with no top and just rows of seats. Like just a little, I don't know. So I didn't get my ticket. The bus just pulled up, and I'm still running away from him, and he's still chasing after me and trying to like shoot me because I was the witness and I had to die. So yeah, I'm at this airport, and everybody's already boarded, and there's the, I don't even know what word I'm looking for. It's early. Whoa, whatever word this means. Or platform that like a cliff. It was like this, and then like something attached to the airplane that you would like walk up, that was already like detached, and there was like the square thing, and there around the edge of the airplane was like poles, like, so guy was like behind me and he was close, and I was on the edge, and I looked, and I was just like, fuck it, and I jumped, and like I grabbed onto the pole, and I'm like hanging off, and everybody's like, oh my god, this girl is crazy, and like what I grabbed onto like opened, so I was like swinging on it for a second, and I was like, oh shit, and I kicked my legs to get like momentum, and I like swung back onto, it was like a door kind of, swung back, and I like pulled myself up, and I shut it, and I was standing up, and I looked over into the crowd, like where the platform was and the wall and everything, and he was in the crowd with his gun, and like, so there was no top to the airplane thing, and I like laid down really fast, like on the ground flat, and the dude who was standing right next to me got shot like 3 times in the chest. And then Let's see. Sorry. Oh, whoops. Sorry, 1 second. Pull myself up and ducked. Got shot. Oh, he got shot in the head. My bad. So the airplane went to Colorado, and I had nothing, but I knew that I had to, like, start over again, but all I had was, like, the clothes on my back. It says people were rude. Everybody was really rude to me. And I went to school. I somehow got into school and everybody was like picking on me, and like at first in my dream I was like taking it, and then I just like flipped, and like the kid who was picking on me in class, like there was a cup and it wasn't even my desk, but he was saying something like rude about the drink, I don't know, and he was sitting like in front of that desk, and I just like took the cup of like water or whatever and I dumped it on him, and I just started like wailing on him. Okay, and then that was the end of that dream. So then it exactly repeated to the beginning. I'm walking down the street, beautiful library, this guy shoots 4 people, and he comes out, but instead of getting away, I couldn't get away this time. I wasn't fast enough. I missed the bus. And this dream, hold on, I need a drink for this, because this half is like just crazy. Okay. So, I missed the bus. Suddenly there were shots in the street and bombs. I ran for cover in a giant garage/brick wall. It was this weird, it was kind of like, it was like a building, but it was missing the 4th wall. And it was all bricks, and it was huge, and it was completely empty. But there were stairs. I remember stairs. So the guy who was shooting in the library had this whole other group of people, and they were just shooting at everybody, but it was like a test. They were looking for young, worthy people to be a part of their team. They're looking for like the most, they were looking for something in people. So anyways, they started to come around to where I was trying to hide, and they were like starting to shoot at us, and I grabbed somebody and I put them in front of me, and they got shot. I used them as a shield. The person shooting came in and offered us, like, after he killed the people, like the other people who survived, like me and a couple other people behind me, he offered us to either join on his side or like die right then and there. And he had these things in his pocket that were like little bombs, but they kind of looked like a flashlight, but they were bombs. And there was a guy who was like with me, behind me, or next to me, or something, and he grabbed the bomb thing out of the shooter's hand first. And he went first. And then my thought was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a part of this, but I'm going to play the game because I'm going to fucking live. So that, like, I thought that real quick, and I immediately, like, was the next person in line, and I didn't even let them see or think that I would turn on them. I made it seem like I was like, I'm with you, I'm on your side, and I will do whatever and everything you say. Sir, yes sir, I'm all for this. So he gave me the bomb thing, and I'm running down the street, and it's all crazy, and I'm supposed to, like, kill innocent people. So I was running, and I dropped the bomb on, like, the bad guys instead of the good guys. And I was still trying to get away. Oh my god. It ended up being a test obstacle course at the end. There was a drop off. Okay, right. So I'm running like down this street, and there's all sorts of crazy colors and shit. It was like Japan all of a sudden, or something crazy. Running down the street, there's all this shit over here with all these people on these buildings, and like the fire escapes and stuff, and shit's all going down. And like all I'm trying to do is get away, and like I'm going, and at the end of the street it's just a cliff and it drops off, and at the bottom is this little teeny tiny pool, like a little kiddie pool. And it was either I could jump or I could just face what was behind me. I'm running away from my problems. Anyways, so I decided to jump. And then after I came out of the pool, somebody was like there waiting for me, and they told me that I was strong and desirable, but the test wasn't over yet. And apparently I was the only person who jumped, so I was like very highly prized in their eyes, because the other people who made it found a different route that they didn't have to make that jump. I was the only person who did make the jump. The people who passed the test were given guns and had to battle through a path defeating what was on the other side. Okay, so after I jumped into this little tiny pool and I came out, then in front of me was this dirt path with, like, I don't know what was on the side, but it was just this big dirt path, and I don't remember what was coming at us, but there was some really big crazy stuff, like big crazy furry, some sort of weird prehistoric animals, I don't know, with some other people on the other side, and it was like still a test, and like I threw a bomb, made it past. I don't remember. Because we were trying to defeat what was on the other side for a little while, and other people were like shooting at it, and I was kind of hanging back, and I was thinking. I wasn't just going blah 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 blah. I was like, okay, hold on. This is a test. So how do we pass? Is there a trick to it? And I had a bomb, and like, oh, I think I remember. And instead of, because everybody was kind of standing back, like there was a distance between them and us, and they were just like pew 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 shooting at this side, and everybody was out of ammo, and I just came all the way up to them, and one of the big beasts like came out and over, and I like threw a bomb at it, and it was like a video game, like, and like I won. And I became their top person. Then after that, like, I was stuck with them. Like, the whole time I was just trying to get away, but I ended up being like, obviously, top person. I'm sorry this video is so long. I'm almost done. They recruited little kids. So I was supposed to train all of these little kids on everything that, like, I knew. And we were on a bus, like a little school bus, and the driver, like these people are crazy as fuck, and I already knew this, so in my head, I was prepared to die every day that I was with them. And, so we're on this bus, and he's driving over these dirt hills, like, all crazy. And the little kids were, like, scared, but I was just like, dude, this is just what it is. And then we crashed into water. And we were, like, chilling in the water. And it was like a lake. And there were, like, reeds over here, and, like, water, and there was, like, the cliff side, kind of, and there were, like, all these jewels in the side of the cliff, and they were so pretty, and I was, like, the only person who could get them, because the little kids were too small, and the driver, like, of course he's not gonna go get it, I'm, like, slave, so I was, like, getting all these jewels. I picked jewels off a mountain, swapped my spot for another girl. Oh, I like turned into a mermaid or something. But there was this girl who kind of looked like me, and I like convinced her to just like stay there real quick. I don't remember what I said, but I was just like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. I didn't tell her I was leaving or anything. I was just like, you do this, blah blah, because everybody like listened to me because I was supposed to be like, whatever. So she was talking to like the head guy, and we were all like in the water, like up to our waist kind of, and there were like a lot of reeds, and this is when I kind of turned into a mermaid. And I could breathe underwater, and I swam away, all sneaky. They were still looking for me, though, and, like, there was this boat with these two gay guys on it, and, like, I swam underneath the boat. It was, like, a speedboat, but there was, like, this, like, pocket thing underneath, and, like, I came up underneath it, and I was, like, waiting there. So again, I'm really sorry this video is so long, but I got away. I got onto their boat, and I was laying down, and I could, like, see barely underneath, like, this crack, and the bad guy that was, like, after me was on another boat and, like, drove past me, and then I was like, oh my gosh. And that was it, and I woke up. So, yeah.